Have you ever wondered what sparked the first significant uprising against British rule in India, back in 1857? Let's set the stage. It's the mid-19th century, and the British East India Company has firmly established its rule over the Indian subcontinent. What started as a band of traders has transformed into rulers, their grip tightening over vast territories. But beneath the surface, discontent is brewing. The social fabric of the land is being torn apart, economic exploitation is rampant, and traditional power structures are eroding. For the Indian population, their world is changing, and not for the better. The introduction of the new Enfield rifle, with cartridges greased in animal fat, is the final straw. For Hindu and Muslim soldiers, it's a blatant disregard for their religious beliefs. Thus, the stage was set for a revolt that would shake the foundations of British rule in India. This was the prelude to the First War of Independence, the Indian Mutiny of 1857. The fuse was finally lit by a seemingly small issue, the introduction of the Enfield rifle. This new firearm was a technological marvel, but it came with a cultural cost. You see, to load the Enfield, soldiers had to bite off the end of a cartridge greased with animal fat. For Hindu and Muslim soldiers, this act was more than just distasteful. It was deeply offensive, violating their religious beliefs. The British ignored these concerns, adding fuel to the flame of discontent. Disregarded and disrespected, the sepoys, Indian soldiers serving under the British, reached a breaking point. The town of Meerut became the epicenter of their defiance. On a hot day in May 1857, the sepoys mutinied, refusing to accept the cartridges and sparking a rebellion. This act of defiance was the spark that ignited the rebellion, quickly spreading across the subcontinent. This seemingly small spark would soon grow into a raging fire, changing the course of Indian history forever. Behind every rebellion, there are the leaders who inspire and lead the charge. In the Indian Mutiny of 1857, three figures stand out. First, we have Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi. As a fearless queen, she led her forces into battle against the British, embodying the spirit of resistance. Her bravery and leadership continue to inspire to this day. Next, we have Bahadur Shah II, the last Mughal emperor. Although he was initially reluctant, he eventually became a symbol of the rebellion, providing a rallying point for the disaffected soldiers and civilians. And finally, there's Tatya Tope, a valiant warrior who played a crucial role in several battles. His strategic acumen and unyielding spirit were key to the rebellion's initial successes. These were the brave leaders who stood up against the might of the British Empire, inspiring others to join the fight. Their courage and determination left an indelible mark on this pivotal chapter in Indian history. The rebellion was fierce and brutal, but eventually, it was suppressed by the British. The struggle was marked by significant battles in places like Delhi, Kanpur, Lucknow, and Jhansi. These were not mere skirmishes but pitched battles that resulted in heavy losses on both sides. The rebellion, once a blazing inferno, was gradually extinguished as the British regained control, town by town, city by city. The aftermath was a period of intense reflection and mourning. Many brave souls had been lost, and the dream of independence seemed to have been shattered. But was it truly the end? The immediate aftermath may have suggested so, as the British tightened their grip, imposing stricter controls in an attempt to prevent future rebellions. But the spirit of resistance was far from extinguished. Despite the apparent failure of the rebellion, it left a profound impact on the Indian subcontinent. While the rebellion of 1857 may not have achieved immediate independence, its legacy was far-reaching. It was more than just a military revolt. It was a profound social and political upheaval that shook the very foundations of the British Empire in India. The rebellion was a catalyst, a spark that ignited the flames of nationalism. It gave birth to a collective consciousness, a sense of unity among the diverse peoples of India. This uprising, steeped in the valor and sacrifice of countless men and women, became a beacon of inspiration for future generations. It kindled the fire of resistance, of an unyielding quest for freedom. The echoes of this rebellion can be heard in the corridors of Indian history, reverberating in the voices of those who carried forward the struggle against colonial rule. The rebellion of 1857 was a turning point in Indian history, a beacon for the struggle for freedom that was to come.